अभी क्या होता है
हाँ
ना, इंडिया में जो यूट्यूब्स के वीडियोस हैं, लाइक दे आर ओके, लाइक इफ यू से आई क्रिएट अ गिट क्लोन, there is a huge difference between git clone and git ui clone. And
most of the people use
in India
because
most of
they are
the
using.
more of fucking videos are on ui clone.
Uh, so in Git it is used differently. It is used to check the different between two files.
Yeah,
Okay, difference between two data structure,
yeah,
between difference between two information. I'm
yeah,
saying two
definitely, yeah,
information.
information.
So it's not visible
What the
clearly, comfortably.
fuck?
क्या हो गया? क्या हो गया?
It's fine. Okay. Okay. So hey everyone, this is Chinmay, and again as usual I'm with my friend Anurag, which is in India right now, and he works in Big Four, if I'm correct,
Yeah.
and he's a deputy manager right now and a Python expert. He's having more than 5 years of work experience, and we studied in the same college, by the way.
Yeah. Nobody studied there.
I mean, yeah, we were trying to study, but we were in the same college. So, and yeah, about me, right now I'm in Tokyo and I work for one of the biggest bank in Japan. I work mainly in Kotlin and Java. Previously, I was working with Golang. Anurag is working in like Python since he started working, I think.
Yes,
So,
yes.
as usual, this is the third episode of Codecast, and the Codecast is a ultimate job ready series where we are trying to help specifically Indian audience to get a job being a high value engineer. So like because in India right now everybody is teaching DSA and everything, so or like project making, but like what we are trying to do, we are trying to make some specific or unique projects which are not available as of now. So like if you are like if you watch our previous two episodes, then like you can like get an idea like what we are trying to do. And so in this video we came back with something very unique and new. So like Anurag, like if I'm correct that up until now in India everybody is trying to teach DSA or like data structure algorithm, but in theoretically or like most of the time they are using it in the competitive programming. But today like first time on YouTube most probably we are trying to implement a data structure with the real world like with like its real world usage. So
Yes, yes. I think we are doing the same. As Chinmay said, most of the people in the DSA field goes with the theoretical. What is the linked list? What is a Gcastra algorithm, and all those things. Theoretical part is okay, but how do we implement in the large on in large companies? That is the pain point. That is the gap we found in our Indian IT industry and most of like in the whole over the world. So we are trying to fill that gap, and we will be coming with the uh, very interesting. And maybe I'm not saying it will be a huge like 10,000 line of code. It may be 100 to 50 lines of code, and but that will certainly help you to understand how like Mang and Fang works, the basic fundamentals they use.
yeah,
So this is
definitely.
the part of this is the first video of that kind where we will be using a basic algorithm of DSA, but how it is used in the industry.
And
So
that industry is basically Git.
yeah,
So like how Git
yeah,
is using a specific data structure to like check the contents of the file. Like
yes,
why we use Git? We use Git to handle the version control. And like what is version control? Like you need to detect versions. Mean like each version of a project or a file. Like whenever there is a change, you want to detect it and you want to commit it with some like commits. So
yeah.
like how Git is doing that. So we are not saying that we are trying to clone the Git, but we are trying to demonstrate the fundamental of the Git, which is a Merkle tree.
Yes.
So in this video we are going to demonstrate Merkle tree, like how it can detect changes uh, within multiple files inside a folder. So we have created a piece of code which is written in Kotlin, and which is like basically a implementation of Merkle tree, but not just a plain implementation. It is an implementation while creating few files inside of a folder, and you can try to make changes to those file, and then you can detect it, like same as like you do in Git. Like in Git, you do like Git status, and then you check the status of the file. In
Mm.
our project, similarly, you can do that, check status of a file, and you can check the changes, like if are there any. So like that's what we are going to do. So before proceeding with the code or showing you the demo, I would like I would like to request to Anurag, so he can just like quickly try to explain like what Merkle tree is actually, and how like we can understand it, and like except Git, what can be the usage, or what are the usage of Merkle tree in industry right now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Jachinmay, thank you for the opportunity. So I'll take yeah, becoming Japanese there day by day.
Okay, okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So I will take a few minutes of yours to go through the theory, because theory is anyways, if you think like theory is not useful, it's not the case. At least we know some theory that's why I can implement in the coding. So as Chinmay said, is Merkle tree is a fundamental data structure in computer science, which is you might be knowing with the name of like hash tree. It's nothing but a binary tree. If you want to go in the deep definition of binary tree, the rules, the criteria which when a tree is called a binary tree, you can google it. That's not our case. So from here, the Merkle tree is a binary tree which stores the hash of a file. So let's say you have a directory and you have 10 files in there. So our tree will have hash of all these files. Okay. And how it works, that everyone knows that a tree will have a three fundamental components. One is leaf node, and another is internal node, and one is a root node. So what the basic like specialty of this hash tree or Merkle tree is that the leaf node contains the hash of a file. I'm saying not the file, the hash of
That's
file.
the file.
And how the file is hashed is a different concept. You can use any algorithm, any
Yeah.
cryptographic algorithms. Like I think Chinmay, we are
Yeah,
using
we're using
SHA.
SHA to F6.
So yeah,
Here it is.
here
Yeah.
for this example, we are using SHA 256, but it is our choice how you want to hash. Okay, so the leaf node contains the hash. Now the internal nodes, which are the parents of leaf node, is nothing but the hash of leaf node.
Leaf nodes.
So here also we have a choice if we want to concatenate the like two childs into a single hash, or you want to hash both the childs and keep it into internal nodes. So in this way, if we see the whole picture, the hash of child is propagated to the
Up to
root,
the root node. Yeah.
up to the root. If a child node's hash changes, it will go to its immediate parent, and then immediate parent, and grandparent, and then how it is go to the
Yeah.
root. Okay, so I think it should be clear till now.
Yeah.
So the idea coming here is that if a file changes, the hash of leaf node will change.
Yeah.
And as soon as the hash of leaf node changes,
That will
its parent
propagate.
changes,
Yeah.
and so on, and the root changes.
Yeah.
So how Git is using it, and how Git is exploiting this algorithm is that you don't need to compare the files.
Yeah.
You don't need to open the file. You don't need to IO the files, read the files, and compare both these two files line by line. You
Yeah.
just need to compare the hash which is stored in our database, maybe in the data in the this tree.
Yeah.
So in that also you don't have to traverse all the tree. You just compare the previous root
The
and the new
snapshot of
root.
the tree and the root. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just two nodes you compare. You will know which file changed or not.
Yeah. Definitely.
So that is the actual exploitation uh, done in the industry by the Git. How Git is making it so fast that you don't have to read the file and open the file. Just compare the root node hashes, and you will observe the change. Okay, so I think this is the fundamental theoretical part for this Git project. And now, as the Chinmay is looking for another use cases for this data structure, is
Merkle
that
tree. Yeah.
I think
I think
see,
blockchain.
blockchain. The another most of the blockchain, maybe Bitcoin or Ethereum, are based on this kind of cryptographic and
Yeah.
integrity check trees,
But the
data
use case
structures.
is like opposite. In Git, we want
In
to
it
do
is
the
opposite. Yeah,
changes.
that's the yes,
Yeah.
that's the interesting part here.
Hmm.
Every technology or every algorithm have two, positive and negative
Yeah.
both. It's how it's on us how we use it.
Hmm.
So in Git it is used differently. It is used to check the different between two files.
Yeah.
Okay, difference between two data structure,
Yeah.
between difference between two information. I'm
Yeah.
saying two
Definitely. Yeah.
information.
Information. More
But
generic.
another usage of this is that to detect is it changed or not. The two information is passed as I'm assuming it is passed to
As
Chinmay.
it is, like
Let's say
past. Yeah. Past as it
as it
is.
is, as it is. It is not
Yeah.
changed. It is not hacked by someone in between,
Yeah.
middle in the man. So that kind of stuff can be used, and it's mostly used for that purpose also. Both the purpose is solved by this algorithm.
Like
Let's say
security
I say
system, RF
Hello
system, maybe.
Chinmay,
Yeah.
and I how I can confirm that Chinmay heard whatever I said.
Yeah. Like
So we have
what
to check the
did
integrity
she
of the
use?
piece of information. So
Hmm.
if the root nodes of both previous information and new information is the same, that means you are integrated. Nothing is changed in between. So one information, like one use case is
Yeah. Maybe like.
cryptography,
Hmm.
Bitcoin.
Yeah. Crypto. Like.
Another
Hmm. The
maybe
security system.
usage, huh?
Like when you want to pass some data like which is like highly like if you want to
Confidential.
pass some data which is highly confidential, so
Hmm.
like
Banking.
if there's a possibility like somebody might like somebody might hack it in between, I can change it
And
and it will
yeah,
pass the like change data to the other
yes,
like other end basically.
yes,
So the sender wants to confirm that like the receiver should get exactly what I've sent.
yes.
So that time we
So
can use it maybe. Yeah.
so security purpose is mostly used by banks or maybe military encryption, military
Yeah.
communications. So their integrity is very crucial part of their communication. So I think they might be using maybe upper versions or maybe advanced version of this algorithm, but basis is this only.
But I think
So I think
in the
hmm,
military air we uses like that like we try to transfer data over the radio frequencies. So that is
hmm,
not possible to hack because they are on like radio frequency. So like they are
hmm,
immediate medium of communication unless like you are not traveling over the network because in network you can penetrate and you can like do like some kind of latency and then meanwhile you can change the data, but when you are working over the radio frequency
ah,
is not possible.
radio frequency is okay. Radio
Yeah,
frequency
it's not possible.
that is okay. We're very close range, or we have to be in the line of sight for radio frequency. But for the international communications, I think they might be using internet somewhere, maybe for satellite communication or
uh,
some kind of communication is there. So
like satellite
to
can be hacked.
satellite can be hacked.
Yeah,
That's not an issue.
like everything
So
is like
hackable
everything built on code can be hacked.
can be hacked. Yeah. So over to you, Chinmay, for the coding part.
Yeah, demonstration. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like first of all, like I would just like to show the demonstration, and I hope it will work. So let's see. Okay, so like if I try to explain it in a very easy way, because I am expecting that RO. I just want to. हाँ इसको resize करना है मेरे को.
Control plus.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
please increase. हाँ थोड़ी size बढ़ा करो. It's not visible
What the
clearly, comfortably.
fuck?
क्या हो गया? क्या हो गया?
It's fine. Okay, so I just okay. I like before showing you the demonstration, like there's a simple while loop, which will keep running unless you press exit. So yeah, like you have few options: check status, modify file, build project, and so on. So check the directory. You delete this demo files folder, and you can confirm the name here. Like we are trying to create a demo files folder. Okay, this is like simple Java like file system. You can like have a look at it, and for the hashing we are using Java security library when message digest. You can read the documentation here. That's like separate like case to discuss. So if I run the code, you should see a demo files folder here, and you can check the contents, and it is red because they are not committed to Git. So initial content of the file. So we have a folder which we are trying to observe for some changes. Okay, so right now we have like few options like check status and all. So right now I'm not touching the file, so just check the status. We get no changes detected. Okay, So now what we'll do, we just enter choice 1 to 5. So we try to modify a file. Then we need to put the file number 1 to 3. Like this is all for demonstration purpose. So file number 3, and we put like changes are coming from Anurag. Okay, we enter. Here now the content of the file number 3 should have changed. Okay, it's changed. Correct. So let's, okay, now we check the status with the number 1, changes detected in the file number 3,
Mm.
and that's what we did. Okay, so it's like git status. Okay, file number 3 is changed, the color is red basically. So now if you try to build the project, so now you are build the project basically creating a snapshot of your tree, which will
Mm.
will be which will be compared with the current tree later whenever you check the status. So if you press 3 build project, okay, now if you do check status, no changes detected. Why? Because the previous state has been saved as a
Mm.
snapshot, and this is your current tree, and they are same right now, so that's why there is no changes. Okay, now again you try to change the file, like modify a file which is 1. Okay, before that, if we check the content of file 1, is initial content of file 1. Okay, okay, initial content of file 1. Okay, now let's close it and try to change it. Which file you want to change? Okay, 1. So changes, what the fuck, changes are coming from Tokyo. Okay, enter. Check here. Changes are coming from Tokyo.
Mm.
Changed. Now if we try to check the status, it should give us changes are detected. Check status. Changes detected in file 1. Now you try to build the project. Check the status. There is no changes. You show the content of the file, which is this basically. I can just check the content here. I don't have to go here. Okay, so changes are coming from Anurag, the
Mm.
previous state. Changes are coming from Tokyo, the previous state. Everything has been saved as a snapshot, and then you have a current snapshot of the tree, and then you compare the root node, sorry, root hashes. If there's no changes, then it is same. So they both are same. So there is no changes. Like exactly same. Like that's how Git basically try to detect the changes. So that's what we are doing here. So like the demo is working fine. So I mean that's nice. It's working fine. So now if I like loop through the code, which is like pretty straightforward if you know Java or Kotlin, and if you don't know that, it's completely fine. You can just go to the code and you can make your own implementation using Python or Golang or whatever you want to create. Like all you need to know how to use file system in your language and how to use that some security library in your like language to use the SHA-256. Anyways, so here we are having a in Golang it's a struct like in C++ or Go basically, and in Java or like Kotlin is like a data class. It's a node basically having name, hash, content, children, and again a list of node. So that's how a tree works, like this.
Mm. Mm.
And then we have a class, then like folder and all. This is like all simple things. You're just creating a folder mkdir, then you are putting some text to that file. It's like fucking easy. And then you are just trying to calculate hash. Again, we are not writing any algorithm from start to convert a content to hash. People are like, that's not we want to do. That's like easy. Like you can use any library. So let's like ignore that part. This part is important. Build project. Like, what do you mean by building a project? So building a project mean it is as same as you do git init in your project.
Mm.
Like when you are not having any .git folder in your project, then you cannot apply the command git status. It will be like unrecognized command or like directory error. But as soon as you do git init, so this build project is exactly same as git init. So you are initiating a Merkle tree, or you are like behind the scene, you are trying to building a Merkle tree. So build project builds a Merkle tree because you have to have like a tree. So again, it's a simple Java code. You are taking the working directory as a file folder, then you are listing over the file, then you are filtering over the files, you are having all the files, you are creating the leaf nodes, you are creating a root hash and a root, and then previous node because we have to compare to against something. I mean, previous tree root is important because we want to compare this snapshot with the new tree, which will be there once you make a change. Once you will be making a change in the current tree, mean like you will be checking the content, mean you will be changing the hash, mean you will be
Hmm.
changing the like everything from children to the root, the
Root.
parent. Yeah.
Root.
So that's how, like, it is exactly similar to, it is as same as doing git in it, simple enough. Then we are having check status. Okay, this is as same as git status. So check status, git status. Now what are you doing here? Previous tree root equals to null means what? There is no git initiation has been done to this project. I mean, which is not possible in this case, but yeah, that's the like edge cases we have to check.
Hmm.
Then we are having current files, again changes, we are having a mutable list, a simple data structure, going through each and every file, take the content, read the content, hash the content, compare the content, and then if there's a change, we add the change to here, and then we are changing the direct this data structure. If there's a, if it's not empty, mean there's a change, and then we just like show the changes. That's it. Print Merkle Tree is a simple function. You can go through it because we will be putting the link. We will be putting the link of this repository into the in the description. You can check it later. Anyways, after this, there is nothing specific we need to explain because everything is theoretical, and like I think check status and build project is the most important part, which I think I have explained already. Show contents, modify. It is in Kotlin. You can do it in Python, in Golang, in C++, whatever you want to do. While true is simple, very basic level of programming.
Hmm.
Everything is very like very easy. Again, if you are completely beginner, then I assume that you are not looking for a job because you are a beginner. And if you are looking for a job and if you're about to like hit the like hit an interview in like couple of weeks, then this is for you. If you are saying like, oh, what is this while, then it's not for you this
Then
time.
I think you are on the wrong channel.
Yeah, wrong channel, and buy some courses. Yeah,
Yeah.
from us.
We are basically one course. अरे यार ये line number 106 you remember Chinmay, in our college days we used to create C programs in while loop, and it used to read same only, create a file, new a
ATM
file,
program
edit a
na.
file, delete a file, command line programs. We
Ah,
used to do it
this
in
same.
the second year. That used to use while loop, but there is a catch. Like most of the class, most of the our students or fellow students were used to put scanf inside the loop. So let's say you have a case statement where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cases, and there are 5 different execution for each case. Delete a file, read a file, edit a file, or modify, whatever the case is. So what most of the classes used to do, they used to put a scanf inside the while loop. So let's say you have enter one, and then you have to press the enter key. Then only it will work.
Ah,
But
I
I think
see.
Chinmay, you and me, what we used to do, we used to put while scanf.
Well,
The the,
scanf.
con- the
Ah,
condition we
correct.
used to use it is scanf only. So you don't have to press the enter key. You press enter one, and it will execute the first condition.
Yeah.
So this gave me a little bit of nostalgia in college days, like how simple our teachers uh, taught us the things, and how the simple while loop is used in industries.
and I still remember that we started studying C plus plus. तो हमने concept पढ़ा था जहाँ पे कि we were like, you asked me कि what type of method जिसको हमें call नहीं करना पड़ता, like and as soon as we create the object of the class, ये अपने आप call हो जाएगा. तो like there is a special method which we don't have to call like explicitly, it get called. So that is like a constructor
Constructor.
basically, like as soon as you try to create object, it allocates the memory and then it get called. It has to get called basically.
Hmm.
So
This
and
was the
then when we
aspect.
asked this when we asked same question to other like fellow students, so घंटा so and like we did like except class की पढ़ाई we did some like for me especially we did a lot of like out of course things जो कि हमने सारे
Stuff outside the
C
course.
को C language को use करके we used to build graphics.
The
Yeah,
loading bars, that was the craze for us.
मतलब
Loading bars,
Windows 10
different
और
type of loading
8 में जो
bars.
loading bar थी
Hmm.
and we created that in C, plain C, no
Plain
graphics
C.
library, only graphics.h.
No, not the loading bars actually, loading spinners.
हाँ वो ऐसे
Which used
ऐसे
to
ऐसे spinners.
spins like that, and we used to dots भी बना लिए थे अपन ने. वो dots वाला
Yeah,
भी कर लिया था जो Windows 11 में अभी चलता है.
yeah, and we did that in C using
Hmm.
graphics.h. So that's why maybe like we like that like this type of simulation. Like our basic concepts are very much clear in terms of like programming because like we did a lot of hard work that time
करते थे
just for
पीछे बैठ
fun.
के we
Yeah,
used to write each and every step case and edge case on the papers.
अरे that time तो
What we call to dry run,
मजा
dry run on the paper.
मजा आता था
Each loop.
वो कोई नहीं करता था ना.
हम्म.
अरे अभी हम जो कर रहे हैं वो कोई नहीं कर
सही बात.
रहा.
कोडकास्ट कौन करता है? कोई नहीं करता अपने अपने जैसे तो कोई नहीं
पॉडकास्ट
करता.
कोई नहीं करता प्लस व्हाट वी आर डूइंग इज आई कैन बेट यार अभी तक हमारे जो फर्स्ट 2 एपिसोड्स हैं दे आर नॉट ऑन यूट्यूब दे लाइक वी आर द फर्स्ट. Nobody is
हाँ,
doing that.
yeah,
Nobody
unique
is
content.
scaling because like you know what like मैंने किसी like YouTube पे there is someone who makes tutorial about golang and उसने ये बात बोली थी and I agree to it like कि everything is perfectly fine or working very good unless you don't try to scale it. जैसे ही scalability आई ना
हम्म.
कुछ काम नहीं करता है. And when you work for a company, you don't create demonstration project or you don't create REST API or you don't create merge stack project.
Yeah.
You are building something जिसको 1 million या 500 के लोग यूज करेंगे डेली मे बी और लाइक इफ यू आर वर्किंग इफ यू आर ट्राइंग इफ यू आर लाइक पुशिंग योर सेल्फ टू गेट इन टू लाइक बड़ी कंपनी तो वहाँ तो मे बी हैवी मिलियन और लाइक बिलियन समटाइम्स बिकॉज
Sometimes
कॉटलिन.
at the time of World Cup broadcasting, views get very high.
हाँ अरे जो अपना वो
सॉकर के फीफा वर्ल्ड कप के टाइम पे बहुत हाई चला जाता
या
है.
एंड लाइक WWE के जो होते हैं फाइट्स दैट टाइम लाइव स्ट्रीम्स
बहुत हाई
एंड
चला.
अपना इंडियन जो कंपनी हॉटस्टार उसका जो T20 की या जो मैचेस होते हैं लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग दैट गोस लाइक अप टू लाइक 50 मिलियन 40 मिलियन.
आराम से वर्ल्ड कप
एंड
का हुआ फीफा वर्ल्ड कप.
क्या कहा था मैं लाइक व्हेन यू हाउ टू से अडोबी देयर इज अ कंपनी अडोबी जिसके CEO लाइक मे बी लाइक इंडियन आई डोंट नो कौन है. तो अडोबी रिसेंटली like not all of like not for all of their services but few of their services they switch to Kotlin. They
Okay,
switch to
from C++,
Kotlin.
huh?
Sorry.
From C++. I think Adobe used to rely on C++
Yeah,
for Photoshop and Lightroom.
yeah, so they switch to Kotlin
Okay.
and they switch to Kotlin for like some data analysis related tasks. So basically like there's a video on the YouTube where they are handling 1 billion requests per day. Like 1 billion is 1,000 millions. So 1 billion, 1,000 millions requests per day. So if you are
Yeah, it's a
aiming,
huge number.
yeah, like if you're aiming that type of company and if you're really looking to work in such, if you're looking, if you're really looking to work in such a company, then these things are really important for you. Maybe like somehow, like ऐसा कौन ही इंटरव्यूअर होगा जिसको you say कि I have implemented Merkle tree same as Git is doing और उसको अच्छा ना लगे. 2 केस हैं मतलब या तो वो झूठ बोल रहा है या फिर उसको खुद को नहीं आता विच इज़ मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम ऐसे होता है केस. ठीक है तो या तो उसको खुद को भी नहीं आता तो वो बोला हाँ ठीक है क्या कौन सी बड़ी बात है उसको आता ही नहीं मतलब It's not
It will
something.
certainly grab the eyes, because if I take a lot of interviews in my company. So if someone is saying that I at least try to create a Git clone, or maybe I try to crack the algorithm and created a small demo on the same algorithm which Git uses, certainly he will
अरे
get a
इंटरेस्ट आया
weightage.
कि अरे अच्छा कैसे करेगा बता बता एटलीस्ट यू विल बी आस्किंग क्वेश्चन अच्छा कैसे किया.
How? What is the name? He said Merkle Tree. Okay, I understood. I understood what you did. That's over.
मर्कल ट्री बोलती क्या बात पता है. अभी क्या होता है
Baba.
ना इंडिया में जो यूट्यूब्स के वीडियोस हैं लाइक दे आर ओके लाइक इफ यू से आई क्रिएट अ गिट क्लोन there is a huge difference between git clone and git ui clone. And
Most of the people use.
India most of
They
the
are using.
more of fucking videos are on ui clone.
Man, they're writing JavaScript code like hell and creating copy,
अरे
the
यार
fancy
like
buttons, fancy UI.
few of like few people from like well like of course from western and most of them from india they say git clone amazon clone netflix they're fucking ui clone not clones.
Mm.
ui clone है भाई वो ui
वो
clone है.
backend पे they are not able to copy the what is going on in backend. They are creating a UI. Oh, it's
Yeah, they
looking like
don't know you.
they are phishing websites.
Yeah, they are fishing website. They are fishers. They are fishers, wives. They are fishers. If you're not putting such content, you are fisher because, like, do you think Git clone 6 hours, 5 hours? क्या? No, it's not possible. You are just making UI clone. कि वो दिखता है वैसा हाँ क्लोन है भाई behind the scene कुछ नहीं है. But in future we are planning a exclusive kind of tech training where we will be building like maybe like I don't know like which project which but like at least maybe Git or Netflix or like Amazon I don't know which. But if someday we will be building a clone, so we'll be building everything with testing, load testing,
Backend certainly.
backend certainly,
Front end, we can go with the command line. That's okay. But
that's okay.
backend certainly will be taken
Backend certainly.
care of.
We'll be building everything in backend. CI/CD pipeline, load testing, like
Mm.
matrices, deployments, Kubernetes, scaling or automatic scaling, like DB crashes, logs, everything. Like that's a clone ना. अभी हम नहीं बना रहे हैं तो हम नहीं बोलते क्लोन है. बट लिटरली मतलब कैसे बोले इसको और ज़्यादा इजी लैंग्वेज में कि जो एक ऐसा गंद टाइप बता हुआ यूट्यूब पे इफ यू जस्ट
क्लोन के नाम
सर्च
से है.
फॉर अमेजोन क्लोन सब भर भर के क्लोन आ जाएंगे नेक्स्ट तो लाइक मुझे पर्सनली बहुत इरिटेशन होता है क्योंकि
मैं तो
when we started learning back in 2014 और 15 16 तब नहीं था ऐसा कुछ. तब things were like very calm. Nobody was doing clone. बहुत रेयर था हमको मिलता ही नहीं था. इवन चैट एप्लीकेशन के लिए we used to search a lot.
1 month लग गया था वो PHP में. We were using PHP sockets and
And Ajax.
Ajax calls. अरे भाई वो
jQuery.
that was so sleepless nights for weeks.
है ना. तो that time there was a learning क्योंकि like nobody was doing it just to grab the audience or the views but तो था ही नहीं content. Like you have to write it by yourself. अभी तो
बहुत है यार.
बहुत नहीं है अभी बहुत ज़्यादा बेकार है. अच्छा अभी बहुत कम है.
कचरा फैला दिया पूरा यूट्यूब का.
अच्छा ठीक है like इस वीडियो से पहले if you search on YouTube implementation of Merkle Tree you can get it most maybe but you cannot be
मिल
like
जाएगा.
like how to use Merkle Tree same as Git is doing. So like नहीं है like blank है कहीं भी नहीं है. So that was the motive for this video. What do you
Yeah,
say?
that's certainly our USP. Our channel's USP is this only.
USP is like the unique things which actually helps you to like okay अभी इंडिया में like सब DSA पढ़ा रहे हैं तो हम DSA का यूज़ पढ़ाएंगे तो वहाँ से आप DSA पढ़ सको तो यहाँ से यूज़ पढ़ो तो you are like improving yourself even better. एंड लाइक पर्सनली मेरे को तो ऐसा लगता है कि अब तक अगर सारा एक्सपीरियंस अक्यूमुलेट करूँ तो मैं थोड़ा DSA खुद से पढ़ के मैं ऐसी ही टेक ट्रेनिंग में जाना चाहूँगा जहाँ पे मुझे उन सब के इम्प्लीमेंटेशन सिखाए जाएं. यार हाउ कैन आई इम्प्लीमेंट how can I create my own EC2, not UI clone, EC2.
Mm. Mm. Ah.
Yeah. So I would like most of it I will be preferring that. यार मैं तो वो सीखूंगा.
यार चल में अपन अपन we अपन हार्डवेयर कोडिंग भी थोड़ा एक बार देखते हैं यार इसी चैनल पे. Like if we can get a hands on Arduino, we can create small projects here also. That is also a good arena. But not blinking the LEDs. Something
Not
different.
blinking the LEDs, but we should blink the LEDs when there is a sale or a huge price drop down on a specific Amazon product.
That might be the alerts, like alerts, usage
Alerts, and
alerts
we
or
can set
something.
like colors like green for PS5, blue for Kinesis keyboard, red for Dell 4K monitor. So I don't have to
Let's
check.
do something.
Yeah.
Let's do something. Let's do something like this.
So like
I will order an Audino if I can get it from my hometown, or else I will buy a new one.
so
That's
like
also fine.
basically like if you're working and there is like suddenly there is like green light blink 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 green light, okay, like PS5 is on sale, okay, like order it. It's fine.
Mm.
So that can be interesting.
Okay.
Very
Okay.
interesting basically. And I think abhi to I think we can code Arduino in any language. Even in Kotlin I can code Arduino
It's
or
our choice.
Python
Yeah.
or whatever it is. I mean like
It's our choice.
languages are not our concern. I mean like at all because they are tools. Like I just need something like which I can use as a hammer. अभी वो कौन सी
Mm.
कंपनी का है क्या दिखता है क्या फर्क पड़ता है.
Does not matter. If you want to use a hammer, you need a hammer. You have to use a hammer. If you want to uh, pull out a screw, you need a screwdriver. So that's the only
वो
difference. It's
कॉलेज
just
में
a
होता
tool.
है कि सी प्लस प्लस तो मेरी बहुत कैड
Yeah.
लैंग्वेज है, मेरे को तो वही करनी ना है, मैं नहीं कर रहा.
No, it's not nothing like that.
if you're a mature
Up to the-
if you're a mature engineer, like if you're an engineer, actual engineer, then you see ठीक है काम हो रहा है इसमें और अच्छे से हो रहा है और like
Ah.
मेरी एक्सपेक्टेशन और फ्यूचर विजन से मैच हो रहा है, then okay, it's fine.
Each language has its drawbacks and its positive sides.
Yeah,
Whatever
engineering
suits
is
you,
not
choose the tools.
definitely engineering is not writing the code. It is writing the solutions which can be written in any language.
Mm. You can create your own also.
Yeah.
Brain fuck type like this. Brain fuck.
So like if you're a high value engineer, you write a solution which can be written in any language, then you are a good engineer. अब मैं तो पाइथन में काम करूँगा, मेरे से नहीं हो रहा तो that's not. या
ये
सी
तेरी
कॉटली में करूँगा, जावा में तो सी में करूँगा ना.
जो जहाँ पर ठीक है उसको वहाँ यूज कर लेना बस. अब फ्रंट एंड आप बोलो you get stubborn. No, I will write front end in Python only. I will write front end in Java only.
Doesn't make
Then
sense.
you are the big fool.
Doesn't make sense.
Front end के लिए there is JavaScript, there is HTML, CSS, whatever is there. Use that only.
Yeah, वही तो ना like having so many tools doesn't make sense, but knowing which like when to use which tool
What?
is it is very important.
Very important.
अरे अभी का जो YouTube है like in Japan ना basically in like if पता है क्या जापान के YouTube सर्वर पे अभी तक कोडिंग टूल है ही नहीं लिटरली है ही नहीं. जापानीज में यू हैव वेरी लेस कंटेंट ऑन कोडिंग ट्यूटोरियल्स, कंटेंट ही नहीं है.
I have observed this. Whatever Japanese people I see on the YouTube for coding channels, they are not the citizens of Japan. They are citizens of US.
या कंटेंट ही नहीं है. और एक तरफ इंडिया में तो कंटेंट ही कंटेंट है, यूएस में भी बहुत है.
कचरा है यहाँ पे तो.
डेफिनेटली कचरा है. आई मीन या दैट्स फकिंग ट्रू.
Okay then, outro कर दो फिर.
Okay everyone, so this was the video where we tried to build something which we can say a Git backend, the clone of Git, like fundamental, like what Git is using. So of course we didn't create a UI clone, but we create something which is like which can help you very much if you are appearing for any interview like in upcoming, so like a couple of weeks. You can use this project, you can mention it in your resume, and you can say I tried to build something same like Git and I know the concept.
Yeah,
That's
concept is
absolutely
important.
fine. So yeah, that was it for this video, and we both will be seeing you very soon in the next video, and I hope that we will come back with something really interesting. And as soon as we will be having like a certain number of subscriber on his channel and my channel, we will officially announce exclusive paid tech and not tech, exclusive paid engineering training, which will include tech and management. Because like just like you are not an engineer if you know, like if you only know how to write code. Because like you work as an engineer, I work as an engineer. सिर्फ कोड लिखना हमारा काम नहीं है, बहुत सारे काम से लगा हुआ है, डॉक्यूमेंटेशन होता है, प्लानिंग होता है, आर्किटेक्चर होता है, वो सब करना पड़ता है एज इंजीनियर. एंड वी हैव बीन टोल्ड कि सिर्फ कोड लिखना ही काम नहीं होता. तो लाइक और ये चीज़ आपको व्हेन यू डोंट वर्क ना, एक्चुअली आपको तब तक समझ नहीं आता है कि मैं बहुत अच्छा कोड लिखता हूँ. तो
it does not make sense.
बहुत बहुत लिखते हैं, क्या करें.
बहुत.
so you're not an engineer, you are just code लिख दिया, खत्म बात. Then you can be replaced by AI actually. अगर आप सिर्फ कोड लिखते हो. Yeah. Okay. So very soon we'll be announcing after a certain number of subscriber, we'll be announcing exclusive tech training. So if you are interested in that, feel free to make comments and feel free to ask about that. Meanwhile, today let's call it a day, and we'll see you with a new video on this channel and on his channel. And yeah, Anurag, like from my side is completely fine, and I don't have anything to say.
No, I'm also done. Thank you. Have a nice weekend.
Have a nice week.